In 2011, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania was a city still working to shake off its reputation for violent crime. It was a place rich in history, but burdened by systemic issues: rising housing costs, underfunded public services, and a police department struggling with trust in many of the communities it served. That year, Philadelphia recorded over 320 homicides. Most of them were quickly classified and sorted: gang-related, domestic disputes, robberies gone wrong, but every so often a case stood out, not because of the crime itself, but because of what happened afterward, how it was handled, or more often, mishandled. This is the story of Ellen Greenberg, a case that, on the surface, should have raised immediate red flags. Ellen was 27 years old, a first-grade teacher in Philadelphia's Juanita Park neighborhood. Friends described her as dependable, cheerful, and introverted. She lived with her fiancé, Sam Goldberg, in a luxury apartment in the Montauk area. By all accounts, they were happy and planning their big wedding day. Until Ellen was found in her kitchen, stabbed 20 times. 10 of those wounds were to the back of her head and neck, and somehow, in some unbelievable way, her death was ruled a suicide. This video covers real events and may include details that some viewers find disturbing. All individuals mentioned are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. The content is based on publicly available information and is intended for educational and informational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. On January 26, 2011, Ellen left work early due to an incoming snowstorm. Surveillance footage shows her stopping for gas before heading home to her Manioc apartment, number 603. A few hours later, her fiancé Sam claimed that he went to the gym located in their building. When he returned, he said the swing bar lock on the apartment door had been engaged from the inside and that he couldn't get in. He first asked security if they could break the door down so that he could get in, but the man told him that breaking into the apartment would be against his company's policy and that Sam would have to be the one to do so. So he called and texted Ellen over a dozen times with no response, until he eventually forced the door open himself and went inside. What came after would change the Greenberg family forever. The following audio is the 911 call from Sam Goldberg on the evening of January 26, 2011.
Help! I need a emergency now. I just walked to my apartment. My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere.
What is the address?
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please come. Help.
4601
now. Flat Rock Road.
Is this a house or apartment?
Oh no. Oh no. It's an apartment. Please hurry, please.
Where is she bleeding from?
I don't know. I can't tell.
No. So you have to calm yourself down in order to get you some help.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm looking at her right now. I can't see anything. There's nothing broken. She's bleeding. Ellie!
You don't know where she's bleeding from? Can't tell
Ellie!
where the blood's coming from?
I think her head. I think she hit her head, I think. But it's everywhere.
Okay, so
it's everywhere.
She might have fallen. Do you know what happened?
She may have slipped. There's blood on the table. Her face is a little purple.
Okay, hold on for rescue for her. Stay on the phone. What's wrong?
I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So after about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now just on the floor with blood. She's not responding.
Okay, is she breathing? Look at her chest. I need you to calm down, and I need you to look at her chest. It's really.
I really don't think she is.
Listen to me. Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. So I bring her.
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay. Do you know how to do CPR?
I don't.
Okay, I can tell you what to do, okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her flat on her...
God.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, okay.
Are you willing to do CPR with me over the phone until they get there?
I have to, right?
Okay, so get her flat on her back, bare her chest, okay? You want to rip her shirt off. Okay? You need to kneel down by her side.
Oh, my God. Ellie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper. Oh, my God. She stabbed herself.
Where?
She fell with a knife. Oh, no. Her knife's sticking out.
Her what?
There's a knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
I guess so. I don't know where she fell on it. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't touch it.
Okay, so I just let her down. Here now. I mean, what do I do?
No, I mean, you can't. If the knife is in her chest, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do CPR at this time.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Police, which operator?
277.
Is someone coming here?
Yes, they are. You said 4601 Flat Rock, right?
Yes.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, sir, what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Was it her chest or what area did
It's
it?
in her chest. It looks like it's right in her heart.
Okay, someone's on the way out there, okay? Just get
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay,
How old is she?
She's 27.
27. And there's no sign of life at all? Like, bend her to her arm.
No, please don't be. What?
Bend her to her arm and tell me if she responds to pain.
She's... Ellie! She's not. Her hands are still warm. I don't know if that means, but there's blood everywhere. I mean...
I know, but you can't, and the knife is still inside of her. How far? Can you see how far it went in?
It looks pretty deep.
Okay.
It looks it's a long knife.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch anything, okay?
I'm not touching anything. I can't believe this, though.
So wait, it was just you there with her?
We're the only ones here.
And she ran in the door, you said latched it shut?
No, I went downstairs to work out, and when I came back up, the door was latched.
Oh.
Like it was, it wasn't like it was, it was like locked from the inside, and I'm yelling, so I'm
Was
yelling
your house
and
broken into?
No.
So there's no sign of a break-in?
No sign of a break-in at all. I mean, there will be when you get here, because I had to break the latch, but to get in.
Okay, 4601.
In the 911 call, you can hear Sam tell dispatch that he was not moving her body. Yet when officers arrived, they found Ellen sitting up against a cabinet with coagulated blood running from her nose to her ear, which completely contradicts Sam's statements. She had suffered 20 stab wounds, some to the front of her body, others to the back of her neck and scalp. Paramedics were called, but Ellen was already gone. Police noted there were bruises on her arms and legs in different stages of healing, which you would think would be their first red flag. Despite how Ellen was found, no defensive wounds were documented. The knife, taken from her own kitchen, was still lodged in her chest when responders arrived. Her cell phone and laptop were in the apartment, but no suicide note was ever recovered. As police looked around the apartment, they noticed that it looked freshly cleaned, like someone tried to clean up before police arrived. Any and all of Ellen's electronics were immediately seized for investigation, and Ellen's remains were sent off for testing and examination. While the examination took place, police looked at all immediate family and friends of Ellen, trying to dig up any information about her private life, but nobody had anything bad to say about anybody. The medical examiner initially ruled her death a homicide, but within days, that ruling was changed to suicide. The explanation was given based on the locked apartment, the lack of signs of forced entry, and Ellen's recent prescription for anti-anxiety medication. Her parents were told that it was an open and shut case, but they definitely weren't convinced. Now, from the beginning, the Greenbergs questioned everything, rightfully so. How could their daughter stab herself 20 times? How could she inflict 10 wounds to the back of her head and neck? And why would she kill herself with a kitchen knife instead of overdosing on the medication that she had access to? These questions led them to hire their own independent forensic experts. One of them was Dr. 𝚘𝚎 a respected pathologist, the same one who looked over the JFK assassination, reviewed Ellen's case. He concluded that there was zero scientific basis for the suicide ruling, stating he had absolutely no idea how they could come to this conclusion. Another expert, Dr. Wayne Ross, studied her CT scans. He found that one of the wounds to her spinal cord would have incapacitated her instantly. She would have been in so much pain and agony that she wouldn't have been able to continue stabbing herself after the fact.
Do you believe that there was strangulation?
Yes.
To medical certainty?
To reasonable degree of medical certainty, she was strangled, yeah. I would testify in the court of law. I've said it in my reports. When I look at the scene, first thing I notice when I look at it, and I think synthetically, is, oh my goodness, this scene is staged. How do I know it's staged? Because I see her back up against the cabinets in the kitchen. Her arms are down by her side. The left hand is holding onto a towel. There's no blood on the towel. There's no blood on her hand. There's blood to the back of her left hand. To the right are her glasses. Now, obviously, she's not sitting there stabbing herself and then wiping herself with the towel. Why does she have a towel there? And there's no blood on the base of the left hand. She didn't use her left hand, obviously, to stab herself. And there's a towel in there. Why would she have a towel in her hand if she's going to be stabbing herself? And there's no blood in it. Well, she didn't. Somebody else put it there. It's staged.
Ross also explained that some of the knife wounds penetrated her brain, which would have caused severe brain damage, also making it impossible for her to continue attacking herself. In a similar vein, forensic expert Henry Lee, who provided testimony for the defense during the O.J. Simpson murder trial, examined the case files and determined that the quantity and nature of the wounds, along with the bloodstain patterns noted, align with those typically found at a homicide scene. This case is filled with inconsistencies and suspicious behavior by more than one party. We have the fact that the apartment had been cleaned shortly after her death. Then information came out that important evidence, including her laptop, were removed before the investigation was complete. The knife that was used during the attack was never even tested for fingerprints. The lock on the apartment door, once seen as proof that no one else could have entered, was later shown to be easily manipulated from the outside, meaning anyone, and I mean anyone, could have shut the door and locked it from the outside. The security guard, Mr. Hanton, who spoke with Sam shortly after the incident, provided a signed statement for the civil case in which he declared he did not see the apartment door being broken down. This raises the question, did Sam actually break down the door without anyone witnessing or hearing, or did he not need to break it down at all because he was aware he could enter without force? These are critical questions and concerns that Ellen's family requires answers to. In October 2019, the parents of Ellen initiated a civil lawsuit against the Philadelphia Medical Examiner's Office and Marlon Osborne, the pathologist responsible for the initial autopsy. The lawsuit aims to alter the classification of death to either homicide or undetermined, referencing new evidence and the admission from Osborne that he modified the manner of death under pressure from the police. This would surely pave the way for a possible wrongful death or misconduct lawsuit against the city. At the time of Greenberg's death, photogrammetry was not available, but it has since produced a 3D anatomical model of her injuries, revealing that not all of her stab wounds could have been self-inflicted. As of now, the case remains in legal limbo. The official cause of death is still listed as a suicide. But during the 2019 exam of Ellen's spinal column, a pathologist by the name of Lindsay Emery discovered crucial pieces of evidence that were overlooked during the initial autopsy. She noted 3 significant injuries to Ellen's spinal column. One injury, affecting the spinal cord tissue, occurred during Ellen's autopsy, she explained. However, there were 2 additional cuts, one impacting the bone and ligaments in Greenberg's spinal column, and another corresponding cut to the dura, which were the result of genuine sharp force injury and were not inflicted during the autopsy. What stood out about these injuries was the absence of hemorrhaging around them, Emery testified, stating, "The absence of hemorrhaging indicates no pulse." This means Ellen was already deceased before the remainder of knife wounds were inflicted on her. And this is exactly why multiple experts, attorneys, and forensic specialists have labeled the suicide ruling as impossible. Ellen's parents continue to push for a full investigation as they've spent more than a decade fighting for their daughter. An appeal to remove the suicide ruling and to move forward with a homicide investigation is underway, but not without backlash from the court. As they state, this may open the floodgates to litigation in other cases. The Greenberg family is determined, and so are the attorneys working for the family. They say it may take years, but that they will not stop fighting for Ellen. I also want to point out the fact that just because they say they can't move forward with this doesn't mean it won't happen. I say this because there are no statute of limitations on criminal homicide. So whoever killed Ellen, I just want you to know, you are not off the hook. This case is not just about what happened to Ellen. It's about how evidence can be ignored, how political pressure can override facts, and how easy it is for flawed conclusion to become official, no matter how illogical it may seem. Ellen Greenberg deserved better, and her case deserves a real answer. If you have any information regarding the case of Ellen Greenberg, please contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477. There is also an online petition that has received over 160,000 signatures, mine included, that I urge you to also sign and share with friends and family.